Welcome to Jacksonville and welcome to the JTA's Industry Forum.
Good morning, everyone. The JTA moves fast, whether it's upgrading our public bus fleet with the latest safety features or completing complex road projects on time and under budget. When I was first appointed to the JTA board in 2013, we were having a big discussion over what to do with our Skyway system. We knew it was not reaching its full potential, and we needed some bold ideas. I credit our CEO, Mr. Nat Ford, for looking outside of the box, for taking an innovative approach to enhancing our transportation network, and for thinking about where this downtown people mover needs to be over the next several decades in Jacksonville is going to reach its full potential. I tell you, as someone who grew up here in Jacksonville, it always amazed me how much transportation affects everyone's lives. And we can't do that alone. It's all the great and wonderful people that work at JTA, all the partners that we have within the city of Jacksonville, in the state, and within the country.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you who are here as we embark on this journey with the U2C. As you can see, we're not just public transportation providers, we're also responsible for helping our city move our people in this community through a robust road program. And most importantly, and recently, we've clearly become the mobility integrator for Northeast Florida. We started this journey in 2015 with the Skyway Advisory Committee, where we really had to take a hard look at our existing Skyway. It's 30 years of age at this juncture, and we need to look at what was the development patterns that were happening downtown and how we could leverage this infrastructure so that it would connect adjoining neighborhoods. As we charge ahead, we're committed to bringing in leading experts. Many of you in this room have been working with us as we've developed this project, but we've also worked with first responders. We've worked with the disabled community, because as we develop this technology and develop this service, we want to make sure it's safe. We want to make sure that it's accessible to all in our community. And we understand this great responsibility we have as public transportation providers. We are the key to success for a lot of members in our community, whether they want to get a higher education, whether they want good health outcomes, whether they want a high-paying job. We provide that connectivity to make sure that they are able to achieve their dreams and their aspirations. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here to help us as we work through this project. Speaking of partnerships, one that is probably the most critical for the JTA, it's our partnership with the City of Jacksonville. And with that, I'd like to invite the Chief Administrative Officer for the City of Jacksonville, Brian Hughes, to come up and say a few words.
You're experts in technology and transportation. We welcome you to this gathering and hope that your work here will help inspire you to inspire us to do big, bold things together. The city, in our partnership with JTA, is embarked on an ambitious and audacious transformational plan to take our downtown into a new era, in part by reinventing public transportation. Working together, we have the support of state and federal partners, plus the private sector. We have a great city, but what we seek is to complete in the years ahead something that literally makes our city an example for innovation in technology and public transportation.
Let's get to why we are here today. It's about the U2C, the ultimate urban circulator. We need your ideas. We need your very frank and objective perspective on what we're presenting and how we can make this program and this project that much better.
Jacksonville is a city that's going through an enormous transformation, fueled by a booming economy. The Jacksonville Transportation Authority is very much weaved into that transformation. And as bold, innovative, futuristic thinking, forward-thinking transportation leaders, we invite you to imagine the possibilities of the ultimate urban circulator. The ultimate urban circulator is a unique, bold, visionary project that we believe will be the first public transit system to use autonomous vehicles in the United States, right here in Jacksonville. The U2C was really birthed from the dilemma of what to do with our Skyway. And the decision was made not only to keep the Skyway, but to extend it and to use emerging technologies such as autonomous vehicles. This is really anchored by our collaborative approach with our stakeholders. And so now, well over a year, we've stood up the Bay Street Innovation Corridor Council, comprised of both public and private sector, but as you can see, really key folks that have helped us advance this project forward to get buy-in.
So transit-supported urbanism is the term, and I know we all get stuck in calling it transit-oriented development, but it is going to help us build a better community for Jacksonville. All of us know in our hearts that you can't be a suburb of nowhere. We are a city of neighborhoods, and in my time in Jacksonville, I have lived and worked in 4 of those. And you saw the map up there. Being able to bring it together is critical. Most of our residents in Jacksonville think you can snap your fingers and have retail and restaurants downtown, and it doesn't work that way. The anchor is people. And until you can drive enough scale for people living downtown, you're not gonna have the means to support any sort of commerce, whether it's, retail or, you name it. You've gotta have people to support it.
We are so efficient that the sister agencies in the state of Florida have asked us to be the administrator of the statewide bus procurement contract, which we will be doing over the next 5 years. So we have planned for this. The board has prepared us for this. The CEO has directed us to ensure that we have the capacity to not only manage the business on a day-to-day basis, but along with our consulting partners, we are prepared for this procurement and the opportunity to work with you in this particular space.
We have the experience and the technical expertise to launch this innovative and market-leading U2C initiative. For this first-in-the-nation effort, it is absolutely critical to have the right private partners to make this vision a reality, especially when you consider that we have such terrific support from the federal government, the State Department of Transportation, local stakeholders, and the community. So, it is vital to receive feedback from the industry before issuing the RFPs to attract responsive bidders that may join us in this exciting journey.
Having this conversation alongside the development and the planning for U2C with everyone that would be involved in its implementation is absolutely critical.
So I've been advocating and trying to work with a couple of partners, including APA and others, to think about what we called AOD, Automation-Oriented Development. But I think this resonates much better. I think this is a much better approach, and it really is about community building and place building. And the idea that you're enhancing everyone's lives, all travelers in a given region, by providing a better service.
But it's very essential to have a successful procurement, successful private involvement, and particularly in an innovative project, to welcome feedback, to welcome it at the outset, to welcome it through an RFP process, to welcome it through concepts. Some of you will be familiar with alternative technical concepts that will come in during an RFP process, to welcome that input because as JTA is, I think, being open in an innovative project like this, you don't have all the answers at the start, and you don't necessarily develop all the answers yourself. You solicit them.